All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Habakakodash, Bakatom. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and to our doctrine across the globe. Pushing the word of truth and sincerity and want to say Shalom. So I died now from the great millstone camp of Columbus. I'm watching Netflix, a series called Encounters. And this is the first episode called Messengers. I'm 22 minutes in, but the first 2 minutes was pretty actually really got me hooked. But the point being is that I'm talking about the chariots and how people are seeing them more and more. This, some of these footage is over 15 years old, 16 years old. But this is just a precursor of what's to come, man. All right, they tried to hold and keep this a secret for so long. That can't ignore it anymore, man. It's not only broadcast and live video here in America. It's all over the planet, man. All over the globe, different countries and different governments are now releasing and are declassifying documents proving that these so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord, are actually real. All right, and they even have footage, purported footage. I haven't seen it, but I believe it because the scriptures talk about the angels. And the word angel does mean messenger. All right, and I really encourage Jake to watch it. Like I said, I'm only 22 minutes in. It's very, very good. But let's go back to the scriptures, man. All right, there's nothing secret that won't be revealed. All right, and we're just going to get into Zechariah 5 and 1. It says, because really these chariots are here for the salvation and destruction of Israel, man. Zechariah 5 and 1, it says, the flying scroll. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. All right? And they come in all shapes and all sizes. All right? You're going to have big ones, you're going to have small ones, man. And they actually can be any size they want. And I witnessed chariots firsthand. One really, really up close, and of course the infamous one, all right, with the GM at Chicago camp when the elder Barack Allah was here. All right, we seen them chariots, man. On video. There's other videos where we have on our own personal records of chariots being filmed, man, and doing maneuvers. All right, and this is something that is a joy to us, man. We're that we're on the right side of the visit when they come and visit us. You see, because this is verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. All right? And that's a curse, man. All right? These angels who are driving these vehicles, the IFOs, the chariots of Yahweh Shai, all right, are here to render judgment, man. All right? They're here for the salvation of Israel, to deliver the elect out of the hand of the oppressor. All right? And this is something that is specifically designed, all right, for that purpose, man. You see? You go into Ezekiel, the first chapter. Let's get that real quick. It is going to be a curse, man. You know, this ain't going to be um, uh, uh, a laughing, happy event for most. All right. This is Ezekiel 1:4 says, "And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire." You know, when you look at these in these accounts, these eyewitness accounts, they always tell you how it was bright. All right, it was red and it had a color to it, man. All right, and you know, in the sky, you know, and another thing too, I would like for brothers to Google the words, just twinkle twinkle little star. All right, it says because it says twinkle twinkle. You know, we know the words. It says twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. You know, so. The person in the song clearly knows what a star looks like, but this particular star is twinkling, all right? And that lines up with the scripture because they change colors, man, all right? It says, also the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. This was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. And every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. It sparkled like the color of burnished brass. They had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 faces, and their four had their faces in their wings. Their wings were joined one to another, that they turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward, man. So they don't have what do you call it, that steering wheel, so to speak. All right, to where they got to pull up for it to go up and pull down for it to go down and to turn. No, they move with the spirit. All right, the spirit of the angels that's in them, man. Okay, they don't need to hold the brake. All right, shift the transmission into reverse to go backwards, man. All right, these are driven by the spirit, all right, of the holy angels. It says, as for the face, as for the likeness of their faces, their 4 had the face of a lion, and the face of a man, and the face of a lion on the right side. And they had the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side. The 4 also had the face of an eagle. It says, thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their bodies. And they went every one straight forward, whether the spirit was to go. They went and turned not where they went, man. All right. You know, and you go on to describe them. These are the chariots and the angels, man. All right. You know, these beings, these encounters are going to be more and more frequent, man. All right, really, man, it's the Lord that's around them. It's the Lord. Psalm 68:17. It says the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place, man. You know, this keep coming out. It was a couple of weeks ago on this, man. You know, but it keeps coming out, man. You know why? Because it's the end. All right, this is the revelation of the Lord. All right, in the revealing of His power, man. All right, in this particular case in Texas, man, after they had seen the chariot roll pace, it was a mile wide, approximately a mile wide, and moments later, F-16 jets came flying by trying to track it down, man. All right, but you're not going to be able to catch, all right, something that moves at the speed of light. All right, there are numerous videos of these chariots doing maneuvers that are incapable of any aircraft, but also humanly impossible for a man, all right, to be doing these maneuvers, man. All right, they talk about the force of which they can start and stop. All right, that the human body cannot take those forces, man. All right. So the only logical explanation is that they're the angels, man. The spiritual beings that are inside of these chariots, all right, which come from Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. So the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. All right, just like the Lord delivered us out of Egypt, or the Lord came the Lord delivered us out of Egypt in a chariot. All right, and just like how Moses went up to the mount to receive the commandments from the Lord, that there's a chariot, man. All right, and we know that, and we know this to be true because in Mount Ararat, after I think it's Turkey, in the Middle East, that the Turkish government have Mount Ararat surrounded by fences. You can't even go there. If you look at the top, you can clearly see that it's burnt. All right, you see. Some Judges. The Second Kings. Second King. Man, let's I'm getting Second Kings 6:14 says, therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And the servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? They're talking about Elijah and Elisha, right? Because they were being chased down, man. All right? And it says, verse 16, he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they be with them. See, right, okay, Elisha's understudy, okay? But the point being that you got to have a spiritual eye to even see the chariots, man. All right, because sometimes you can point a chariot out and people won't even see it. You see? So the answer, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of chariots of fire round about Elisha. You know? So when the Lord opened them eyes, man, the heavens, the church revealed themselves in the heavens, man. You see? The chariots are innumerable. Just like the angels are innumerable, man. All right? And Esau knows that they have zero chance of defending themselves against these chariots, man. They pop up and reappear. They pop up and disappear. They're taking over nuclear silos and nuclear computers, man, and the weaponry, man. There's been reports of them shutting down the nukes. You see? All right. And this is going to be a more grand and epic scale of events. All right. The closer we get to the day of Yahushua's return, man. All right. Let's get this. This is one of my favorite ones, man. This is 2 Samuel 5 and 23. Sorry, 22. And the Philistines came up yet again and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And when David inquired of the Lord Yahweh, he said, Thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. And let it be, when thou hearest the sound of a going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt bestir thyself, for then shall the Lord go out before thee to smite the Philistines. All right? So there were no flying vehicles in King David's time, man. All right? That noise or that sound, all right, was the chariots flying over the trees, leading them into battle, man. See, what Jake don't understand, or people fail to realize, is that the chariots always, they were always around, man. Okay? They always made their presence felt. You see? All right? The Lord is sending the chariots in, all right, to lead us into battle, man. Okay? And this is the curse that goes about the whole earth, man. Shall come as a whirlwind. It says, Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, the Lord will, so I can just get in the big part. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. All right, so the Lord is coming with them chariots, man. The Lord gonna be amongst them, man. All right, we got to get it right. Second Esdras 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. All right, when the Lord, man, them chariots caused an atmospheric disruption, man. And let's not forget, man, that the Lord presence is going to be felt by everybody. It's going to be seen, all right, and heard by everybody. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And everybody's going to be fearful in the day of the Lord, man, even the elect. All right? But we have an understanding of what it is and what is going to happen when they appear, man. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire, man. All right? The voice out of his mouth is going to be them gonna be that concentrated missile or concentrated laser fire, man. And after this, I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea, man. And the Lord is going to muster up all these men, all these nations, all these countries and their armies are to come fight against the Lord, man. But I beheld, and lo, he had raised himself a great mountain and flew upon it. Man, what was that? Hold on, Salakio. Let me see if I get it here. Let's keep reading that. It says, verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had raised himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. All right, this is more than that 30 cubits that he said was in that Ezekiel, the first chapter, right? Excuse me. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there was fight, man, right, man? Because really, those who know, who are actually seeing the full some of the capabilities of these chariots, which are classified, all right, but our government can see them, man. They know what it is, man. All right, they see the angels, they see the maneuverability of these chariots, man. All right, but they got to put on that tough face, all right, so that he can get people convinced to help fight against the Lord. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, man. All right, so they just saw the destruction that these chariots, the fathership, had caused, man. All right, this place is going to be a burning, smoking a pit when the Lord gets done with it, man. Okay? So 1 foot was in the water. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it. Google. I want to do it. Let me see, this is it. This is Revelation 10 and 1. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open. And he set his right foot upon the sea, and the left foot on the earth, and cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write. I heard them say, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things that I have seen, or seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hands to heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, and whoever who created heaven and the things that therein, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer, man. All right, at the end of the days, man. All right, the angels and the chariots, man, are going to be in their full glory and grandeur, man. Okay? You see? All right, let's get this, man, because this destruction is coming to this place. All right? Because when you see the chariots, man, the game is over, man. The Revelation 15:1, it said, I saw another sign of heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, standing on the sea of glass, having the harps of the living power. All right, and those that going to deliver, man. Hey, those are the ones who didn't take that chip. Those are the ones who didn't worship and praise the beast, man. All right, Esau Edom's beast system, man. All right, that's the victory. We're gonna be up on them chairs, man. Looking at the destruction looking at the destruction. All right, of Babylon, man. You see? Yep. So some chariots, man, are going to play a big part in the destruction of America, man. All right, I'm going to get this. Is it horns out of his hand? Back up that second address. Habakkuk 3:4, and his brightness was the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. All right, so that them horns is those laser fire, man. All right, you see, and just not forget adding those missiles, man. This place is gonna get decimated. All right. So that one say Kahala, y'all must be on shy. That one say Positive Elder Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Bible Bar.